Folks, it is a new week. Remember when I said a few times about how we can sometimes end up getting multiple seasons in one day? We do. Gives you more of an indication of how we can often get multiple seasons in a week if it can happen in one day. Interesting is the police horses out the back as the regimental changeover finishes are not happy this morning. There's no wind, there's no rain, but it's very, 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 very muted. What I mean by that? I mean it's just kind of just grey and meh, pretty much. Blues and Royals have just come back for a new week, and it's interesting comparing what we saw this time last week here with what we've got today. This time last week it was super bright. Remember how absolutely chocker it was last Monday? There was barely space to move in the yard and at the front. Today is not super crazy busy, but hey, it's plenty of time for that to happen. Let's see which horses we've got. Okay, so this one's got the smallest of stars and two sort of micro socks at the back, very, very small. Do I recognise this horse? I don't. Do I know which horse it is? Hopefully, let's see. Oh, in fact the horse has just been re-stamped, folks. I can still see about 1/3 of the old hoof stamping at the bottom. So I'm wondering if this is the horse that just came back and was re-stamped at barracks. The horse is... Horse is... we don't know. That's what the horse is. It's not on the blues list. New horse. Look at the other hoof. It's definitely a blues horse. I haven't borrowed a lifeguard, a random lifeguard horse. In fact, there's actually no lifeguard horse with the same number anyway. Curious, eh, folks? First time we've come across a blues horse that isn't on the list. What does that mean? It means that they're bringing horses back that have been out for some time up at Melton, likely since last year. Other blues horses going in now in the yard there. I wonder how many other horses will be new ones. It's interesting actually because this is the first time this year that we've been here on any day and not known, other than the brief harvester period, not known the idea of a blues horse. There's a small chance actually it might be Legionnaire, but I'm not going to speculate. I'll find out. It doesn't matter, folks. I will find out which horse it is. You need to be patient. The main thing is to note down the markings and how unusual the horse is. It's not a massive horse, but it's actually very, very, very bulky, this horse, whichever one it is. Anyone recognise it from previous videos, let me know, because as I say, it's not on the blues list, and my blues list, as of the end of last year, is complete. So most curious. Let's have a quick look at the other one, folks, a very quick look. If the other one's also new and not on the list, then 100% they're horses that have just come back. Let me see if I can spot the name. 1 second. There's a good chance, actually, well, this horse looks super familiar to me. 1 minute. I'm pretty sure this horse was here last week with the same trooper on board. Let's have a look. Yep, recognise the number. 1 moment. Okay, this is a mare, folks. This mare is called Whirlwind. That's confirmed 100%. I've been a bit slack with my diary actually in the last couple of days. I need to get back on it. Oh, thought somebody's in trouble then with their luggage. Officer's heading back. Yeah, Whirlwind. Okay, so they're not completely new horses. But golly, it's going to be an interesting morning. I can see it already. The curious thing is the temperament of this new horse. Oh, hold on a second. Interesting gatesman. I've seen this fellow, very, very tall fellow, as the gatesman for a good amount of time. Let's see what happens. There's so many people. I'm thinking they're going to move out of his way in all likelihood. Let's hope they do. Yep. Oops. he will holler extremely loudly, actually, if he needs to. Why? There was that day when we remember, we called him the silent man, that trooper. There was a day though, a classic day, late last year. A lot of you will remember, viewers of the channel, when there were a few people in his way. And he wasn't sort of, excuse me, or could you step aside? He was full pelt, make way for the Kingsguard, etc. on the video, like really full pelt, full volume, didn't hold back at all. We've got a few clowns coming up now, folks. You can hear them in their little chit-chat group, being silly, look on the left. We like clowns, don't we, on this channel? Tourist clowns. Actually heard what everybody is saying yet, so I've got no idea where most of the groups are from this morning. I think the group on my left, milling around, are Frenchies. Which makes us wonder, folks, doesn't it? How do people in France actually manage to educate themselves if they're never at school? Because the French syllabus is actually far more demanding than our British syllabus. Baccalaureate is a hell of a lot more work than British A-levels, I can tell you that. As they study far more subjects. Most people here at A-level only study 3 subjects. In France they're doing, I think, 10 plus. Okay, wait, they're encouraging each other. I haven't even spotted a teacher, I have no idea where the teacher is. Actually, wait, hold on a second. I think these 3 are the teachers. Oh, allez à deux. I'm hoping they actually bother to move out of the way at some point soon. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Then we could actually see what's going on in the archway. Oh God, here we go. I'm hoping we might see some action in the tunnel today, folks. We know the Blues have started to go back into the tunnel. The only issue is whether or not they stay in the tunnel or trick us again. Oh, and a little nod. I think that was a nod of apology for, I'm sorry I almost bashed your nose with my camera.
Go.
Okay, that equals a few happy tourists, I think. Good stuff, bro. We've got a few more stragglers, guys. Then we'll see what else is happening. It's funny because I think the majority of people that come through into the yard from the parade ground hang around here in the yard for a little while, sort of hoping to see some horses moving around and everything else. But I'm pretty sure, if not a majority, then a very large percentage of the people that come into the yard, mill around a little bit, go back through the tunnel, don't even realise that there are horses at the front. Imagine coming here from all over the world, especially if you've had a 10-hour plus flight, and then suddenly realising that, oops, I missed the horses when you get back to your native country. It's like, I should have bothered to read a little bit. Let's see what's happening at the front. Okay, so we've got Nameless, as I said. That will change later. I've also been told, everybody, that a certain familiar face came back with the Blues today. I don't want to speculate who that might be. I mean, 20 minutes-ish, give or take, until they change over the horses. I'm actually getting paranoid now, guys, that they're going to bring out 2 other horses, 2 new ones that we have no clue who they are. I mean, that would be super annoying, but hey, I'm not going to speculate yet. In fact, it's not far off what we had here last week, looking around. Look. But it's very oddly chilly and overcast this morning. If I took you out by the hand and you said, which part of the year is this right now? I would honestly say we were in late November, early December. It has that kind of vibe and that kind of temperature, which is a bit unfortunate because we are just a couple weeks from Easter, folks. And we know what that means, don't we? Yes, we do. It means peak season will be upon us. That's how, I mean, I should be grateful. Yesterday here was super murky and sloppy. I was here very early yesterday, but you know what? It was horrid. So off I went. I've still got tons of stuff that's not been posted from before, or some things that have been posted but in edited versions. So I don't think there's any chance of running out of footage anytime soon. I hope, anyway. I'm looking at the expression of people's faces. They're coming along Whitehall behind me, and yeah, most people don't realise that horses are here until they arrive. The only question is, are any of them actually bothered to go in near the horse and get a picture? Okay, bro, first one.
Thank you, appreciate that. Go back to jerk.
Wait, I swear he just said jerk walk in front. Did you hear that guy? He said he didn't call his own kid a jerk. Jerk walk in front, what does that mean? Is that a US expression? Jerk walk, what is a jerk walk? Voice are like worker bees today, actually buzzing around everywhere, seemingly at random.
Oh. Don't touch him, okay? Oh, ya la tomo también.
It's a pity actually, guys. Looking at the horse, it's probably the closest to a black coloured horse we've actually seen. I mean, they're called Cav Blacks, but especially with having been clipped recently, we know that the majority of the horses end up looking like a very rich brown. Almost a teak actually, some of them. But this horse, although it's been clipped, is much, much darker. Has to be the only one that is genuinely black. That we don't know. Oh, folks, I do remember a lot of you saying in yesterday's comments, spring break has just started. These are the first spring breaker US college girls here. How do I know? Accent. Oh, dropping stuff on the floor. Spring breakers? Yeah? Which state are you from?
Different states.
All over?
Indiana, Illinois, and Denver.
So you have a couple of weeks to do whatever you want in the whole world, and you choose London.
Yeah, of course.
Why? Of course. Why? Of course.
Beautiful city.
It's funny. I got a lot of people that watch my videos in the US. They always say that there's nothing that looks like this in the US. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
No, it's not really that bad. Come on, surely. Is it?
There's nothing that compares to this. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it kind of feels like only the Florida in the south, New York City once.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing quite like this. I agree, but I would assume there'd be something like this somewhere in the US.
No. We wish that's why we're here. Yeah.
What are we talking? Rural, like horsey country? Which sort of states, girls, are you from?
Indiana, like there's like nothing. That's where we all go to school together. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to be on today's video?
The video? Sure.
Okay, say which states that you're from, girls, and people in the comments are from all over the US. They'll be very happy to hear it. Which states are you from?
Indiana. Michigan. Illinois.
Colorado. Indiana.
Oh, good lord! Let's go. Indiana is the majority, yeah.
Go Purdue.
Okay. Brilliant. 1 second. It'll be on today's video on this channel, girls.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Your memento of being in London.
London City Walk. Yeah, I just. Perfect.
Hey.
Thank you. We'll be on it.
Have a good time in London, girls.
Thank you so much.
Okay, see you. Okay, so I was right, everybody. Spring breakers, the first ones landed here in London. They were absolutely lovely. Thank you, girls, for watching this video and seeing yourselves a little memento of the 6 of you in London together. All lovely, all friendly. It was a pleasure to meet you all, and I hope that you do have fun here in London. Love the the way in which, when I said to them, you can go anywhere in the world, London, they're like, looks at me like, of course, are you stupid? Of course we're going to want to come to London. It is Earth's greatest city. I know that a lot of people think like that. I'm on the fence a little bit, guys. I've got a real penchant for Paris. But then again, I'm a native Londoner, so for me personally, obviously, it's not that. I mean, it's interesting, but it'll never be as interesting as it would be for other people that are not from London or not from the UK. It doesn't surprise me to hear that in Indiana, for example, or Colorado, we don't have, or there isn't this kind of architecture. That's no great surprise to me. But I would have thought that at the very least, courthouses that we see in US legal dramas and stuff. Okay, yes, I know that's mainly in New York, but courthouse buildings, a lot of the older, original US stone-built structures would compare with what we've got here in London. But I'm constantly hearing from all of you in the comments that yes, there are some. We've got massively iconic buildings, primarily that I know of in New York City. But I would have thought that certainly in some of the southern states, there would have been some really grand, state courthouses and so on. I definitely need to get a driver, guys, who's prepared to give me a 50-state whistle-stop tour of the US. Imagine that, actually, guys. Should we crowdfund a 1-year road trip through the US? We could do a week in each state of the union. Okay, me, my camera, the lucky driver. In fact, if anyone wants to volunteer, if anyone has got a year off, wants to volunteer to drive me through the US for 1 entire year, get in touch. Okay, calm down in the yard a little bit. They must. I should have asked them when they landed. In fact, actually, when did spring break start, people? Did it start this past weekend or last week? I should have asked them how long they've been here when they landed, and given them some touristy tips. I'm sure they already know that on the list, top of the list after London. This applies to anyone from anywhere, folks. London, obviously, destination numero uno for almost everyone coming to the UK. However, a very close second, albeit for very, very different reasons, Oxford, guys. Okay, you've all seen the backdrops in Morse and other TV shows and films and so on and so forth, but nothing quite prepares you for the moment you turn the corner at one of the central colleges and boom, you've got the Radcliffe Camera, you've got the Sheldonian, you've got Bodleian Library. It really is quite special and spectacular. Third's a tough one, actually. A lot of people say Cambridge. I personally would say Bath is probably the third most interesting city. London, Oxford, Bath. Fourth will be a bit of a tie between Cambridge and the birthplace of Shakespeare, Stratford-upon-Avon. So a tough one, folks, to be honest. But those are the 5. Anyone that gets a month, luckily a month in the UK, see all 5. And if you're really lucky and don't mind a bit of extra hike, Edinburgh definitely has to be seen. Spectacular city, best city in Scotland without a doubt. But then also you can work your way up to Fort William, Inverness, and the spectacular natural scenery of the Scottish Highlands. That's hard work, though, folks. Even if you're driving, it's real. Yeah, I've been to the Highlands a few times, and goodness gracious me, that's a real trek. The scenery is spectacular, but it's not an easy place to be in a vehicle, and I say that as the passenger. Yeah. And the reason I said as a passenger, I'm not sure if I dropped this on the channel before, but folks, I actually don't know how to drive. Imagine that. I'm a rare example of a failed human being that doesn't know how to drive a motor vehicle. Yep. Why? Didn't need to when I was still living at home, didn't need to at university, then central London, travelled a bit, just didn't need, never came up. And even right now, even if somebody said to me, hey, here's a Ferrari, want this? I'd be like, nah, what's the point? One, there's nowhere to park it. Two, I don't personally think that anyone that lives in the centre of London should, just my personal view, should be able to own a vehicle that they drive on the roads. Public transport, taxis, Ubers, tube, ferry boats, Uber boat on the river. London is one of the most easy and pleasurable cities to get around in. It's super easy compared to, for example, Paris, which has a terrible metro, really poor bus services. Parisian taxis not great either. Sorry, Parisian taxi drivers. The solution in Paris is the metro, as long as you're not going too far, because it quickly becomes a real dump. Or, failing that, Uber. Yeah. And forget about parking in Paris as well, folks. It's difficult here in London, but Paris, a whole new nightmare. Oh, more beauties. Look at this, folks. Oh, that massive-headed floppy horse. I forgot the name of it, guys. A lot of you remember. Which horse is this again? Hey, all good? I always forget this one. Yeoman. Ah, Bullseye, that's the one. Yep, all the favourites.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, guys. Wow. Yeah, Bullseye. Forget about Bullseye, in fact. Nearest to us, and Yeoman. Yeoman's the one that, for some reason, never sticks in my mind. He is a beauty, isn't he, Yeoman? Absolutely. Oh. Whirlwind here is having a bit of a moment. What do you mean? No, I'm not. Like this. I've noticed actually there's a guy here now, but there's been a few people. I've noticed so much in Trafalgar Square this weekend. A few people are starting to do, because tourist season is approaching rapidly, a few people are doing live streams on Chinese apps in Mandarin. And the reason they do it is for two, well actually there are two reasons. First of all, they earn rewards, gifting and so on during the lives, but I know this from speaking with the Chinese TikToker that was here last year. She was lovely. She left, she doesn't come here anymore. That they have massive audiences, okay? We are talking hundreds of thousands of people in the live chat, which is I mean, you wouldn't get those kind of numbers in anyone's live stream, regardless of who it is in the UK. It just doesn't happen. But they get hundreds of thousands of people, and what they do is they drop shopping links in. They push, or aim to push, a small percentage of a percent of those viewers to shopping channels or their own affiliate links, and they make an absolute fortune. But you know, when you've got that many people as a potential audience for your shopping channel, etc., of course you're going to make a ton of money. It's actually quite ingenious, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me at all if a single person live streaming on WeChat or something else, like Douyin, whatever. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they were making many thousands of pounds a day on those affiliate links. But when you need a tiny little take up, when you've got such a big audience, it's simple. It's like taking candy from sweets from kids. Super easy. Because you're always going to get a small percentage of people that, hey, have time and money to waste. And boom. So I do admire them, actually. Yeah, I do admire them. It's pretty smart. If I ever do make it to China for any lengthy period of time, then 100% that's going to be something to consider. YouTube is blocked, so even if, for example, I were, traveling all over the place, I would need to wait until I'm in a place with a very fast connection, i.e. Hong Kong, or back in the UK, before I could actually upload those videos. I was experimenting yesterday, folks, with connections much closer to horseguards. So for example, it doesn't take me long to get home, maybe 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, give or take. But that's still longer than I would like, because the ideal thing would be to be within a few minutes of here. There's a famous face, guys, about to appear at the back of the box. Who could it be, I wonder? Oh, there he is. 1 second. Let's go and say good morning. He's in his camos. Oh, look at you, camo man today. Looking good. All good. Already, yeah? To be honest, when it's like this, really, it doesn't help, does it, at all? It makes the day much harder. Actually, wait, a quick question. 1 second. Guys, I'm going to be back 1 moment. Let me pause it. Okay, that was a very, very brief pause, everybody. I am now back. Wanted to say welcome back to one of our favourite troopers. He was away, and obviously private conversations have to remain private. But he's back, and I'm sure that a lot of you will be glad to hear that. He's not camera shy, but at the same time, private conversations, as you've seen before, folks. Are you trying to get in my video? Oh, goodness me. I don't understand that. It's kind of like, if you want to be in the video, be in it, as opposed to being all like sheepish about it. It's very odd, isn't it, how some people have got, you know, real camera phobia, but then there's a sort of a small 2, 3, 4, 5% of people that are like moths to a candle. They can't help but want to get in the video, or always. And it's funny because most of them I never notice, actually. Yeah, the vast majority of them I never notice. It's only when I'm watching the video or deciding which, you know, part I'm going to pull out as the headline that I notice that there are dozens every single time I'm out and about with this camera. There are dozens of people that are waving or smiling or looking into the camera and so on. But I've never actually noticed it when I'm walking around. And I think, to be honest, part of the reason that a lot of you have commented on this is not me being big-headed, that you like to watch is, yes, it's in 4K, but I do tend to try and make sure that the framing of the shot has a bit of everything, you know? The horse, the guard, the troopers, the tourists. There's always like a bit of scale and scope. Actually, wait, let me ask the Chinese guy, which hey, wait, are you on Douyin? Which app are you streaming on Douyin? Live streaming?
Live streaming, yes.
How do you use Douyin?
No, it's another app.
Ah, is it really popular? And I'm guessing Mandarin Chinese or speak?
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's based on WeChat.
Ah, because there was a Chinese girl that was streaming here last summer. She said it is crazy popular. People in China love to watch all of this.
Yes.
Yeah?
I think people around the world, they like to sitting at home,
Yeah.
sitting on the sofa, watching
this.
the trip.
Is there anything like this? Is there anywhere in the whole of China where you get guards on horses? Anywhere?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
wow. Okay.
No. The horseman, I mean, is kind of retreat from the modern army. They're only just a platoon.
Yeah, this is what people love, I think, isn't it? The
Yeah.
fact that you've still got this here. The historical aspect, but also it's unique. It can't be seen anywhere else. But yeah, hey, hi to all your viewers.
Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure.
Bye.
What a super nice guy. I'm now on his live stream, everybody. So hello everyone watching in China and around the world. We heard it there from a lovely friendly gent who is streaming on I can't remember actually if he just said WeChat or an app. I think he said an app like WeChat. I'm wondering what the other one would be. What's the other big Chinese platform? Douyin, WeChat. There is another one. It escapes me now. Forgot, folks. I know there's a third one. I've heard of it before, but it's gone. I'm thinking actually we've got 3 minutes. Wait, where's the clock? 3-4 minutes, give or take, until noon. It's not going to be packed in the yard for 2 reasons. One, as I said, weather, it's murky, and two, it's Monday. Famous last words after last week. But typically Mondays are never really super jammed in the yard. So I'm going to be here on my favourite corner. That way, we get to see two things, folks. The horses coming out, and more importantly, the two beauties going in. Ta-da! Oh, hold on a second. I've spotted second group. Oh, officer's changing over as well. Oh, wait, we've got a good spot today on the corner, so let's hope all is well. Oh, of course he's a bit cloppy. Officer's going to be like, right, you spring breakers, get behind that second white line now. Funny thing is, I can hear from their conversation, they think they're on the line right now. Like, they actually thought that was the second line. Wait, hold on a second, I've got to tease them about that. Brilliant. Oh, hold on, what's this? Let's hope that they're not going to drill beneath horse guards looking for gold coins from yonder year. Spring breakers are sheepish, guys. I'm not going to embarrass them by asking. Oh, hold on a second. Who's this? Who are these guys? Look. I will go back in a second. Anybody know? Which country's military is this, everybody? He's a very senior fellow over here. Was that a general? Or a colonel at the very least? What do we think? Any idea which country? No? Never seen that uniform in London before.
Didn't see the flashing.
Wow. Okay, folks. Nope, I have no idea which country they were from. One of you, military folks, will know. You will absolutely 100% know. Okay, I'm back in the corner. The gates are open, ladies and gents. Right on time. Ta-da! The troopers. Oh, two very familiar faces here. Gosh, the horses have been super clipped. I want the whole horse in the frame. There it is. Oh, horsey spotted me, guys, out of the corner of his eye. He's like, what the are you doing here?
To your boxes. Hold up.
This one, the closest to us, is giant. Hello, horsey. Good morning. You just suddenly remembered that he needs to go to the box. He's looking back lovingly at the stables. Boom. How's about that? Logjam in the box. It's like a horsey car wash, isn't it, folks? He needs to wait for the vehicle in front to finish. Okay, so Whirlwind at the back, an unknown new beauty with a high number actually at the front. Now I'm going to guess that they will change over the gatesman and chitsman. However, our lovely gatesman on the other side hasn't actually moved from the arches yet. Nope, they're not going to change them over. No, I don't think they're going to change them over yet. Let's put it that way. Yet, soon. It will happen soon. Nope, they're not doing it. It's done. The changeover is finito. Did you guys think that was the line that they were saying to get on, like in the middle?
We weren't sure where we were supposed to go.
Yeah? It's super awkward here, isn't it? Nobody knows the rules. Everybody gets shouted at by the police always. Spring breakers.
Yeah.
Yeah? Which states are you from?
From Chicago, Illinois.
Wow. I just met a lot of girls from Indiana, etc. Hope you enjoy London, girls. Have fun. Okay, Chicago there, and others. Closing up the boxes, everyone. Okay, let's leave the trooper to do his work. suddenly got really busy here. Okay, so we've got 2 new horses, but I'm really hoping they're not new horses. Oh, that's a great place to leave your kids for a picture. Oh, they're really close. Good Lord. So move them away. Right, who have we got here, everybody? 17.2, I'm guessing, on this horse. It's a biggie. Oops. A second, I'm getting half of a Swedish family in my frame. Actually, we'll come back. That area is too busy. We'll come back in a second to that end. Let's have a little look at who we've got here. Ah, this is the trooper that we saw last week, telling everybody to get behind the line. Let's scream in their faces. He's now back, but this time he's in the box. Gosh, so we've only been here 30 minutes. We saw spoke to 2 groups of spring breakers on vacation, as you US folks call it. We call it holidays, so you call it vacation. Gosh, I mean, there must be potentially thousands of spring breakers here, I'm thinking. Okay, right, let's have a look at the hoof. God, the numbers are getting really high. Horse is looking at us, he's like, you know what, you don't know who I am, son, so don't even bother to guess. And he might well be right. Let's have a quick look. Folks, we do know which horse this is. It's been a while, actually, since this horse was here, but it's Norseman. Guys, oh, look. In fact, I should have remembered, too long ago actually to remember, but I should have remembered the unusual mouth. Those markings on the mouth are pretty much unique to this horse. Same with that little cute blaze. So Norseman at this end. Okay, good. That means that they haven't actually got all new horses. Excuse me, just some new horses. So at the moment we've got 1 unknown, and let's have a look at who's at the other end here. Which is the other horse. Very similar looking actually, but perfect quadri-socked horse. Let's see. Nice and clean hooves. Gosh, maybe I spoke too soon. One moment. Ah, oh good Lord, hold on a second, the horse is waiting patiently. Excuse me guys, I do know the name of this horse, it's Wombat, but my goodness, it's been a long time since we've seen this horse here. This horse has not been here this year. Could even be 6 months since we've seen it. It's been a long time, folks. I do remember us mentioning this, but I seem to remember the last time we were referring to Wombat regularly was the end of last summer. So I guess the horse has been out to grass for an awful long time. But good to see that horses that do disappear for a very long period of time do reappear. Ormond being a good example. I don't know if Ormond came in with the troop this morning. I'm not going to speculate. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. We'll see. But anyway, this, yeah, 100%. Wombat, how's about that? Welcome back, Wombat. Thanks. Very surprised that some people are not cold, in fact. The guy next to me's got a shirt on with an open neck in 5 degrees. Is that bro? Look, how the hell is he not freezing? I can't get it. What is wrong with my my voice today, folks? Oh, wait, it's a hotel concierge. Hold on. I thought it was a hotel concierge. Look, the guy in the uniform. He is actually, he's got the white gloves on his shoulder under his lapel. Curious. do get some characters here actually. Still hoping one of you will be able to guess, or to even better, to know unequivocally which country the three officers were from that we saw a little earlier. They were heading over the road to the Ministry of Defence. I never approach, unless they're British personnel, foreign military personnel, because even though they probably do speak English, a guy walking over that they don't know in a foreign country with a pole trying to get in their face, that would not be smart. So unless it's a formal event, i.e. troop in the colour or whatever, and I haven't got a big pole in my hand, I'm not going to approach random military folk, because they're more likely going to be like, hold on a second, like, who is this guy? Why is he getting close? And is he a threat? So that means that they're going to change over the gatesman and the chitsman at 1. Quite surprising, in fact. It's normally done after the first hour here in the mornings, isn't it? So that means that they're doing 10 to 12, then 12 to 2, and then 2 to 4. Whereas often there's only a single sort of 45 minutes, 50 minutes. And then they'll flip them over at 11, and then do 11, 1, 1, 3, and then an hour at the end. Oh, here we are, look. Another military fellow. British military fellow. I can tell that. Why? Because of the umbrella. That's why. In fact, today I've just remembered, today's Commonwealth Day, isn't it? Everybody, it is the 11th. I'm pretty sure it's, wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure from memory that Commonwealth Day. Let me just double check on the calendar. Somebody did mention that to me actually yesterday. I'm thinking like, okay, it just didn't quite drop. 1 second. Commonwealth Day, Monday the 11th of March 2024. Okay, that would explain it. So my money is on the officers we saw being either Kiwis or Aussies. Yes, I know they could be Canadian or blah blah blah, but instinctively and probability would suggest that they're Aussies or Kiwis. So we've got Anzac Day, not that far. In fact, I think Anzac Day is next month. I think it's next month. Next month or May. Oh, look at this. I've just swapped. Doesn't know where to go. Mind your back, please. He's just like, that was the one opportunity I had to get rid of the wife and avoid an expensive divorce settlement. You could see in his eyes, he briefly thought about it, didn't he? He briefly thought, if I leave her there, I get to keep all of it. But then his conscience got the better of him and he thought, you know what? She's been with me for 35 years. I'm not going to do it. Yep. I saw it in his eyes. There was that brief moment of, shall I? But what a good man, eh? See? He really loves her. He did not let her get trampled by the horse. Wait, just want to come out of the arches. We've now got some other... Too late, she left. Some other comedian who pretty much just stuck the camera right in the guard's eyeball. Very curious. I'm thinking actually, if it's Commonwealth Day, then we should have, in theory, had dozens of military folk making their way from Buckingham Palace along the Mall toward the Ministry of Defence, because that's what normally happens. I do remember actually last year, Commonwealth Day, around the palace, there were so many senior military figures. However, ladies and gents, I wonder if the weather's put a bit of a dampener on it, because last year everybody, wait, let me get out of the way of these kids. Last year everybody, and I mean everybody, that was here for Commonwealth Day were grouping together for large pictures along the Mall. I can't remember actually if I even put those videos on my YouTube account. Might try and dig them out, because there were some amazing scenes last year. Huge groups of very senior military folk. But this year, they're not coming over here. Imagine everybody if by some extreme misfortune, my God, I hope it doesn't happen, if we end up getting this kind of weather when military season arrives. Yep, look, first things are being put in place. This whole area that we've really had the run of for the best part of 5.5, 6 months now, a lot of it will shortly be inaccessible for long periods of time, which is kind of a shame because it's very easy to take horseguardsparade, this magnificent open space, for granted, and I often do. We stroll around here, you've enjoyed it in the light, people, but yeah, it gets a little bit like, you know, they start closing it off and then restricting it. You've got a series of memorial days for the 5 regiments of the household division that guard Buckingham Palace, St James's Palace, Windsor, etc. So there's a lot going on, actually. I've just noticed, actually, while I'm at the back here, there are even more police horses. Awful lot of them around today. Even more heading along. Wait, let's have a look at these beauties as they come across the parade ground. Looks like there are 4 of them. I'm in a sort of wandering, you know, sort of philosophical mood this morning, as I think you can probably tell, folks. I much prefer it when it's bright, everything shines, but hey, if we weren't like that every single day, I'd probably be looking forward to snow. They've got a whole, wait, it's 4? Yeah, it looks like they're going to start barrowing off certain areas here already. It's just such a shame. So, hey, morning. Wait, is it now?
Yeah, it is.
I've only been here for like 45 minutes, so it still feels like the morning to me. It's Commonwealth Day though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's protested by an outside Minister.
Oh. I was wondering if I've seen, any chance, saw some military guys coming across in green. One very seen, looked like a general. Aussies maybe? Kiwis?
The flat cats.
Yeah.
There is a few.
Definitely not British military. Oh great, here we go. It's all going to get closed off shortly, isn't it, for military season? Oh well, we can't have it all. All good with you though, yeah? All good with you? I didn't see you for ages, in fact, around here. You haven't been here for ages.
Yeah, I've been around.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe it's me, I'm getting too into my videos and not into what's around me.
No, it's the other guy, the kingsguard channel. He's been ignoring what he said.
Oh, don't worry. That's been taken care of between you and I, yeah.
Right.
Yep. And I mean officially being taken care of. They're on it already with them. Okay folks, there you heard it from an official. I'm not going to name him and he's not on the camera, but you just heard from an official there that there are problems with a certain other channel who used to pass themselves off as an official channel. I'm not going to name the channel, you will know who I mean, everybody. But yeah, they are being dealt with and there's an active investigation into them. Let's say no more about that, wouldn't want to prejudice it. Look at these beauties though. That one in fact, whoa. Hold on a second, I need to ask the officer the name of this one. That horse is super unusual. Officer, can I ask you the name of this really unique horse? Belgian draft called Brutus. Wow.
He's still in his training. It's his first time up town doing ceremonials today.
Oh, is it really?
Hence why he's going to have this to send to his old owner to let them know.
Ah.
Take a quick snap of him.
That is the most unusual horse I've ever seen in London, in fact.
We've had one before like this, but he was a lot taller, not the same colour though.
Brutus. I mean, wow. Whoever chose that name got it spot on. Look at you. What a beauty. Ah! Wait, he's gonna stamp on me. Hey, big boy. Hey, good morning. He's a big softy, aren't you? Yeah, you're a big softy. Yes, you are.
Just humans, other horses not so much.
He is beautiful. Really, really unique, eh?
He is very.
Good Lord. Thank you. I mean, the others are all glorious, but Brutus, guys, that is the most unusual horse we've ever seen. Even the way that he moves, he moves like he's a machine. The female officer at the rear, I'm not sure if you heard the conversation, she was explaining that today is Brutus's first day out and about in central London, and this is why she's taking pictures and stuff. In fact, the other one is a new one as well. Oh, the officer's smiling a little bit. Hold on. Another new one. 1 second. I'll try and get the name of the new one here. Hey, morning. Another new one.
Sorry?
Another new one.
No, he's come over from East London.
Yeah? Bit nervous he looks like, isn't he?
Just wants to get back now. He's been out all morning.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got one new one. Yeah, for some reason they're all a little bit nervous or not in a good mood. Look, it's very unusual to see the police horses being like this. Gosh, that's a really beautiful image, isn't it? Alright, hold on. 1 second. I'm going to get in the same spot as the official photographer. 1 moment. Beautiful, look at those four, eh? Magnificent. Super glad I came through the tunnel, guys. How one quick decision can change everything, eh? Very proud officers, and rightly so. 4 beauties they've got there, but Brutus on the right. That is the best named horse ever, in fact. It's remarkable there's not a HCAV horse called Brutus. Glorious. Okay, I'm going to dash through, folks, so that we can see them come through the front gates. And you get way in front, hold on. So there are 4 of them. And more importantly, I'm very keen on seeing Brutus head on. Honestly. When the officer said he's just being friendly, Brutus, I was like, hold on a second. He's being a good boy, isn't he, actually, for his first day here in central London, out on the street. Amazing. Cheeky little Brutus at the back there. Where is he? There he is. Look. He's basically, if you've got a rabbit and crossbred it with a horse, I would think it would look like Brutus. Does that mean he's a horse? Honestly, the most unique horse we've ever seen. We've seen some real beauties here in London. Bye bye, Brutus. He's off. See you. Away from the officer. Super cute. Wow, that amazing horse at the front.
So how's that as a photo? Because they know me.
That was spot on. In fact, I can't believe how lucky I was to see that. Thank you, Mark. That was amazing. But
I do all the time for him.
But that horse, the new one that they just said is out for. Yeah, he's just said this is his first ever day in the centre. What an amazing looking horse! A Belgian draft, I think he said. He said.
Yeah, and police inspectors might be coming back in service.
Dexter.
Yeah.
We saw that horse last year.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I know
Okay.
the rider.
This is good news.
Yeah.
Very good news. Enjoy, Mark. I'll see you soon, yeah? Wow, we got very lucky there, guys. Official photographer that I know, a friend of mine. He's a good guy. So I'm super glad. Oh, Brazil's in the house. Oh. Hold on, mate. Look how dressed up they are, look. London's best looking couple. From Sao Paulo to London. Oh. Tourists are back, everybody, finally. What a lovely little sojourn out to the back of the parade ground. Oh, hold on, what the hell is this? You almost knocked her in the face. Bro. Oh, good lord.
Mientras la niña está...
In fact, everybody, I was wrong. Not Brazilian at all. Spanish speakers, so I'm going to guess Colombians. And you know what? I'm so confident in my guess I'm going to ask. Oh, here we go, wait, let's wait for the Polish family to get their pictures. Dobra. Oh. So my first choice is going to be Colombia and then Peru, but I will confirm it. Very Ralph Lauren, Colombian elite kind of vibe going on. I'm not sure if they're finished yet. Well, let's see if they finish with their pictures. If not, I won't ask yet. They're just checking them. When you dress out that much, you know you've got to get a good picture. Down the they finished and left. Grr, never mind. Oh. A lot of preppy bros and so on in London right now. I actually noticed this last night, weirdly enough, guys. I went to play snooker, although people hate it when I say that. They say, oh, it's not snooker, it's billiards. Well, to me, it's snooker. I went to play snooker at my club, and I was genuinely shocked at hearing a lot of people speaking with US accents. Not because it's a problem, but because it never happens. Never happens. But weird enough, I should have actually bothered to talk. But then again, you're not allowed. I didn't have my phone, so no, it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, Clubland in London is a curious one. The older clubs insist that either you put your phone in the locker, or if your phone rings in the club, you get excluded for a week. So in other words, they basically take a week off your membership. You still have to pay for it, but you're not allowed into the club for a week if the phone rings in any of the public spaces. I mean, kind of understandable, I guess, because it's nice and quiet. People like to study. I'm thinking if it ends up being this flipping busy, you might end up going to a part 2, people.
Ahí, Mauro, ponte ahí. No cabe, espera, Espera, primero 2 y luego 3, 2. Espera, Mauro. Pero ya, pégate un poco más.
Of course he's posing.
Venga.
He is posing beautifully. Oh, awkward.
Pone, cuidado, los caballos. Dice, no, no, no.
Dado los caballos.
Ahora, va y sí.
Okay. Do you want that?
1, 2, 3. Mira, 1, 2.
It's okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll walk. I'll grab the space and then walk back.
least they're starting to go next to the horse again, folks. I was getting a bit worried there. There was a tourist desert. Running over now with enthusiasm, look. Ta-da! They just hand their phone to a stranger and say, "Can you take a picture of us?" It's only a matter of time until we see a stranger run away with somebody's phone, guaranteed. It's not me doubting human kindness, that sadly, folks, is the reality of life in London. A couple of videos on TikTok went super, not my videos, super viral videos of an incident in St James's Park this weekend. A pickpocket grabbed a guy's phone, English guy's phone. English guy had a bag of beer. That's kind of why the video went viral. Bag of beer, plastic bag, carrier bag full of beer bottles. They were jangling around. Anyway, he knew that he'd been pickpocketed. Grabbed the thief, said, "Give me back my wallet." Obviously, the guy dropped the wallet on the floor straight away. But instead of just walking away, happy that he got his wallet back, the English chap thought, "You know what? I'm not having this," and decided to give him a couple of slaps. Yeah. He decided, everyone, in the middle of St James's Park, in full view of dozens of other members of the public, not a criticism from me, I think more of that behaviour is needed. He decided that, you know what, not having this, gave him a few slaps. He was like right in his face. Yeah, gave him a few very, very, very hard slaps. And personally, I think the pickpocket deserved it. I really do, yeah, honestly. I think the pickpocket deserved it. Not ideal thing to see in public for obvious reasons. However, and this is what's important, if they get away with it constantly doing that, they're going to do it more, aren't they? There's going to be more and more and more of it. Now, the more people get pickpocketed, they'll think it's normal and acceptable, and it'll put tourists off. It will actually start putting people off. They will not want to come here if, at that point, they think there's a good chance of getting pickpocketed. And I can understand it. I can really understand it. 100%. So there we are, folks. That's the way it is. Regrettably. Pickpockets in St James's Park. Okay, so here we are in front of the other horse. I'm hearing everywhere US accents, folks, like all around me. Does every spring breaker decide they've had enough of the, I don't know, Floridian heat or whatever, and decide we want some cold weather here, cold, crispy, I can see my breath kind of weather here in London? Oh, 1 second, guys. Bro is super excited about being near the horse. Unfortunately, the horse doesn't reciprocate. Wait, there's another big group of spring breakers arguing behind me. Go, go! Will they decide to get brave enough to pose with the horse? can probably hear actually, folks. There's a lot of coughing going on. A lot of people got called out last week when it was briefly freezing for just one day. Oh. It always happens in London. A couple of warm days, people start going out as though it's summer. Boom, freezing day. They're still dressed as though it's summer. Everybody gets sick. That little virus on the bus and tubes dashes around and everyone gets it. That actually, folks, if I'm honest, is probably the single worst thing about living in London. Why is the horsey getting a little bit restless? Wait, let's have a look at the time. I'm going to see what happens actually after the changeover, folks. If a certain person wants to talk to me, so I might do a part 2. Let's see. 12:35. Yeah, I might. Still on the fence a little teeny bit. I just know there are going to be a lot of people coming from the palace because the Commonwealth Day celebrations are finished. Nice, I can even get close to the horse. Squashed against a lamppost. That is such a good picture. It could even be PR material for the London Tourist Board. Big smile, happy tourist, perfect. Look at that, look at the light on her face. Whoa! That was my face, guys, when I saw Brutus earlier. It really was. If I'm brutally honest. Oh, she's in love. That was a look of unadulterated love and joy. It's like, you betcha. Oh, bellissimo, I'm hearing behind me. That's a good word as well. Okay, the next tourist up is the last one in this part. If there's even going to be a second part, I still haven't decided. Da, da, da. One more. That's it, bro. Make us proud. Top man. Folks, back soon.